Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. Today let's talk a little bit about pruning cucumbers. So let's get after it. Now, usually I don't prune my cucumbers when they're out, growing somewhere besides the greenhouse. But it's not a bad idea to go ahead and do it. But what you're going to do is you're going to be on the lookout for side shoots, especially down here low. And all you're going to do is cut these shoots off. And as you go through here and cut these off, this will encourage upward growth. And you get quite a few of these. Normally, I noticed when I cut them off, I don't get as many trying to come out. But yeah, I know you hate to be chopping away on your plant, and it doesn't hurt to go ahead and take off some of these lower leaves off of here too, just like you would on your tomatoes. Get these low leaves that's close to the ground out of the way. That way you're going to be less likely, and I do give these some extra water, so I'd be less likely to have that water splash up on there and create a situation to where I start getting blight a lot quicker. But it's just a matter of clipping those little ones out there, and you go through, clean them all up. This is going to encourage growth up, and I noticed on my other ones it wasn't long. Of course they do grow pretty quick anyway, but it wasn't long that they started blooming shortly after that. So let me go ahead and finish this up. Okay, once you get those all kind of trimmed up on the bottoms, make sure you pick up all the leaves out of there, because what's going to happen is those leaves are going to start to die, and they're going to put off a scent that's going to attract insects that you don't want. Anytime you do anything to your plant, that's always a chance that it's going to start that. Now once these get up a little bit off the ground, I'll leave these side shoots as long as they don't get too long, or as long as it doesn't get too heavy. But you don't want to cut out your little cucumbers that may be forming in there. So just pay attention to that, and just prune as you feel necessary to keep them kind of under control. Especially in the greenhouse, realize that you do need airflow. When you're out in the garden, a lot of times the sun will dry them quicker. It'll get the moisture off the leaves. Don't think because it's in the greenhouse and it's protected that the leaves won't have moisture, because you'll come out in the morning and there'll be quite a bit of moisture. And you'll see how the leaves do. They'll actually kind of sweat moisture right along the edges as they pull up extra water in there. So pay attention to that. Also pay attention, this one here has already started like it's got something happening to a leaf. If you can pay attention and you can catch your plants early, you can keep a lot of problems from happening just like that. If these actually have leaf miners or something that's getting in here, because I can see these on here, I can take care of it before it gets to be a problem and destroys the plant. But you can kind of see how I've got a few of these that have holes in the leaf. Like I say, pay close attention, take care of it in a hurry. Now out here in the garden picking okra, I got a few. It looks like one that got waited too long. But when your okra gets tall, and let's see here, this okra is really tall. A lot of people, they take and cut it down because it's too big for them to pick. But if you understand, okra is really flexible. It does have a really heavy stalk to it, and usually a good root system. But this okra here is probably about 9.5 feet tall. But it doesn't matter when it gets that tall, because it's easy to just grab it, flex it over, and cut your okra, and it'll stand right back up there. Anyway, I hope this helps while you're harvesting. I hope it encourages you to let that okra grow. I've had it as high as 14 feet out here one year, and that's whenever she come up with the idea, why don't you just lean it over and cut the tops off? And so that's what we did. If you want to see more of my videos, just hit that subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified. Happy gardening.